Welcome back to my channel, you guys. I know I haven't made a YouTube video in like months. I'm sorry about that, but we're back on track now. So today's video is for all my ladies out there. So if you're a lady, keep watching. If you're a man and you're watching this video for your wife or your girlfriend maybe, hello, welcome. Before I get into anything, I just want to say, as I guess a disclaimer, I know I have a few kids that watch my videos. This was never supposed to be a kids channel. I just want to throw that out there. So parents, if you don't want them watching this, here's your warning. This video isn't going to be about anything that's bad or wrong, but you know, some of the things that I'm going to talk about are kind of taboo. So if you feel weird watching this video, that's totally fine. You won't hurt my feelings. So in saying that, let's get into the video. Alright, so feminine hygiene. This is something that I feel like people don't really talk too much about. I've been doing a lot of research on this topic for a couple years now just because I think it's really important. And I feel like you shouldn't be ashamed to talk about it or ask questions because there are so many things that go on in our bodies and on our bodies, and it's okay to have questions. Okay, so tip number 1, take cranberry pills and drink cranberry juice. I feel like a lot of people have heard this before, but they get a little confused with this one. Cranberry is good when it comes to combating UTIs. So I take cranberry pills every morning. I got these off of Amazon. Even on the bottle it says supports urinary health. This came with 250 capsules, so it lasted me a really long time, but I'm actually out and I need to buy more. And now cranberry juice. You can drink cranberry juice, not cranberry cocktail. I feel like when it comes to cranberry juice, people get things a little confused or mixed up. Don't go buy cranberry cocktail, the ocean spray cranberry juice that's full of sugar that you can get at any grocery store. Don't buy it. Please don't buy it. That's not what you're supposed to be drinking. If you want a nice little cup of juice, then yeah, whatever. But if you're trying to do it for health reasons, you need actual cranberry juice. Real cranberry juice is very sour and a little bitter for some people. I personally really like it because I love sour stuff. But if the cranberry juice you're drinking tastes really sweet, then that just means it's full of sugar and it's also processed. Tip number 2, I'm sure another one you've heard before, take probiotics. I take Truvani probiotics. I'll show you what it looks like on here. So your gut contains candida, and if you have an overgrowth of candida, that means you have a yeast infection, and you can see it, you can feel it. It's just everything about yeast infections is terrible.
That's nasty.
Your pH balance gets thrown off, out of whack, and so you get an overgrowth of candida, and that's when you have the burning and the itching, and it might smell bad, and it's just uncomfortable all around. So you're going to want to start at the source of things, which is the gut. The gut is the source of almost everything, it seems like. You really need to focus on your gut health when it comes to so many other things in your body, but also when it comes to your feminine health. So do your research, find a good probiotic that you think will be good for your body. I really like these. You can go on their website. I'll leave links down below to all the stuff I talk about, and just make sure that you're treating your gut right. Tip number 3, this also has to do with your gut. Drink apple cider vinegar. This is easier said than done. I know. I hate apple cider vinegar. I think it's disgusting. But the way I do it, I put it in a cup of water. I do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, then I do lemon juice, and then I do a little bit of agave. So it's not that bad. You can still smell it, which I hate the smell, but when you put all the things together, it really doesn't taste that bad at all. But that's also something that's really good for your gut, and it gets your pH back in balance. Another thing you can use apple cider vinegar for is if you're feeling like burning or really itchy down there, you can fill your bathtub up just a little bit with some warm water and then put like half a cup of apple cider vinegar into the water, and then you just sit in it for about 5-10 minutes, and it really does alleviate itching and burning. Tip number 4, this is a lifesaver right here. Boric Acid suppositories. So you're thinking like, you want me to put acid into my body? Yeah, I do. But actually, a lot of people freak out when you say this and they think, oh, don't do that, just drink water and you'll be fine. Sometimes, listen, just drinking water is just not gonna cut it sometimes. If you need help, you need help, so why not use things that work? My gynecologist actually suggested boric acid suppositories, so my doctor said they're okay to use. I've done research, it's also recommended for yeast infections or bacterial vaginosis if you struggle with that. So the kind I get are these right here. It's called NutriBlast. I get these on Amazon as well. This is the little pill itself, and these are the applicators. So I'll show you how it works. You have a little applicator. It comes with 15 in a package. And then you take the little capsule out of here, place it in to the applicator. You know, this part comes down, and then you put it in. You're good to go. If you really struggle with yeast infections or you notice that you have bacterial vaginosis every now and then, I'm serious. Use boric acid. It clears you up of both of those things. This is not sponsored. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos where people recommend these and that it is sponsored. I don't sponsor anything because I'm a small channel, but these are wonderful. I definitely suggest these. Next, tip number 5 is pretty simple, but you know, try to avoid tight clothing as much as possible. I know sometimes you want to look really cute, so you have your tight little outfit on. I totally understand. Or you like your pants to fit tighter. I get it. But if you can avoid it, I would, because that means everything's able to breathe. You know what I'm saying? And also the underwear you wear, make sure you're not constantly wearing thongs, or you're not constantly wearing like lace material or like silk or satin, something like that. Wear cotton underwear. It's breathable and it's just much better for you and your body and even your skin. I would suggest when you're going to sleep at night, if you don't like sleeping without anything on, I would suggest a really breathable pair of underwear, or wear some like cotton little pajama shorts without underwear, just so that things can get air, because it needs air. It really does. Or if you want to go like full commando, more power to you. Doing that is also good for your body, but that's another subject. Tip number 6, this is really important. Do not use tampons or pads or panty liners that have fragrance in them. It is so bad for you. Our bodies are not meant to smell like a freaking tulip, okay? We're not supposed to be putting fragrance inside of our bodies and thinking it's normal. It's not. It's unhealthy. If you want to throw your pH balance off, then that's the way to do it. So just avoid fragrance at all costs when it comes to female products. And honestly, the name brand stuff like Always or You by Kotex, you know, all of that, I would say stay away from that as well. I know a lot of people use them just because it's so convenient, but if you can get like all natural cotton tampons or pads or panty liners, like do your research on that. That is going to be way better for your body. Also, make sure you're changing those things regularly, because that can throw you out of whack real quick as well. Tip number 7, showering. So first of all, take a shower. Okay, you go work out, take a shower. You've been out all day walking around doing a bunch of stuff that's making you sweat, take a shower. You feel gross before going to sleep, take a shower. Also, when you're in the shower, make sure you use unscented soap on yourself. Again, stay away from the fragrance. You don't need fragrance going on down there at all. I personally like to use the Dove bar of soap for sensitive skin. There's no fragrance. It has never caused any problems for me or even my skin. So if you're thinking, oh, I want to smell good, I have a date tonight, and you pull out, you know, the Suave floral scented soap, you're not going to want to do that. Also, once you're done with your shower and you're drying off with your towel, don't use your towel in that specific area. I would use your hair dryer or like air dry, but towels can hold a lot of bacteria in them, especially if you're the type of person that uses a towel and then hangs it up and then uses it again for a couple of days, you know? Just air dry. Tip number 8, we're gonna get a little, you know, intimate here. If you've just done, you know, you've had some fun, we'll say, make sure you use the restroom right after you do that. You don't want to get any UTIs, and if you don't use the restroom after a little, you know what I'm saying, you can get them. So make sure you go to the bathroom and pee right after that happens. Honestly, this is just me. If you disagree, you don't have to do this. But after, you know, doing that, I would pop one of these in before I go to sleep, you know, but that's just me. Okay, now tip number 9. If you struggle with being dry, which you know is very common. Sometimes the birth control you're on can cause that. Some medications you're taking can cause that. Or even like your age, menopause, or your hormones are out of whack. That can cause things to be more dry than you're used to or than you'd like it to be. So if you're experiencing that, I have something for you. See Buckthorn capsules. You don't insert these, you actually take these. It's actually for skin, hair, nails. It can help with heart health. So really it can help with a multitude of things. It's not made for making the downstairs area a slip and slide. but it will help with that. But you know, if you are struggling with that in all seriousness, which there's nothing wrong with that, it's completely normal, see Buckthorn capsules. Guess where I got these? Amazon. Now my last tip for you today is very simple, and I'm sure everyone says it and you're probably tired of it, but drink water. And I'm not saying drink a cup of water a day. No, you need a lot of water. I don't drink enough water, honestly, and I need to start doing it. But carry a water bottle around with you if you're out and about. If you're sitting down doing homework or you like have online school or something, keep a glass of water next to you. And water also helps just flush your body of toxins and stuff like that. So just make sure you're drinking water. Those are my tips I have for you today. I hope I helped some of you out or taught you something. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I will always answer. As a little side note, I just want to say, don't be scared of going to the gynecologist. I know it's awkward and it can be uncomfortable and kind of humiliating, but it's so important. Please go, ladies. If you have insurance, then take full advantage of that. Find a gynecologist you feel comfortable with and that you trust, and get your yearly exam. If you don't have insurance, go to Planned Parenthood. Research on Google, type in areas around you that you won't need to have insurance to get a checkup. You always need to get a checkup, ladies. It's so important. If you're sexually active, go get tested for things. Don't ever trust a guy at his word when it comes to getting tested. He could say, I've been tested, I don't have anything, you're good, it's fine. And then you can get something just because they wanted to have some fun with you, so they lied about it. Also, they can check for other things like cervical cancer and stuff like that that you might not even know you have. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope I helped you out in some way. Again, if you have questions, leave a comment below. Make sure you like this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.